Piece number 4. Vertical blood dropping. Each paper towel was exposed to 1 shift's worth of blood dropping from the pluck. The pluck bunch is the esophagus, the lungs, the heart, and the liver all together. Every single piece of paper towel represents 10,000 hogs killed in 10 hours. You can also see very deep, dark patterns here. These paper towels, they are as hard as cardboard. They are not anymore like paper towels. They got so much blood in them that they got hardened when the blood dried and got a very hard texture. Let's have a quick hint of the uniforms. Saying by behind. As you can see, the installation has a pattern like street signs in order to make it more fluid for the public to walk through. Piece number 5. DNA codes. Look the patterns that truly resemble the DNA codes given during laboratory tests to recognize the DNA of animals and humans. Each paper towel was folded and placed in a gutter for 1 entire shift. Every single piece of paper towel represents 10,000 hogs killed in 10 hours. You can see the patterns. They are very defined. These pieces are beautiful. And now we can see a rear view of the rest of the uniforms. 22 in total, as I said before. These are real uniforms. Remember that I wore them during my shifts. These are not fakes, designed just to build the installation. These are totally real uniforms. And then let's go to piece number 6. Lapses number 1. Horizontal blood dropping splatters. Each paper towel was placed beside the conveyor belt for periods of 1 minute to 8 hours. So here you can clearly see the degradation of colors from 1 minute to 5 minutes, and then from 10 minutes to 20 minutes, half an hour, and then 60 minutes, and then 2 hours, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hours. So you can clearly see the degradation of colors. And if we go close enough, you can see the tiny, tiny splatters. They are very small dots of blood. Here in this one, 6 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours. Obviously, it's almost impossible to recognize the small dots. But if we go to those, expose it for lesser time, you can truly see the dots as they got splattered on the towels. This piece was repeated 3 times, simply in order to make a point about the repetition in my projects. And simply because they were so difficult to achieve, it took me several months to make every single full degradation here. These are the rest of the pieces. Now let's go to piece number 7, lapses 2, blood dropping. Each paper towel was set underneath the conveyor belt for periods of 1 to 15 minutes. And here we can see another kind of degradation of color, going from almost white to almost dark. And you can see how the drops are big. They are big dots, because these pieces were made right underneath the carcasses, right underneath the conveyor belt. So the drops were coming down directly from those pigs just recently dead, and in the process of being slaughtered and dismembered. These pieces, as I said, also were repeated 3 times. There are 3 sets of the same. And so I put another couple of sets right beside the first one. They are very close to each other. And you can see the degradation here. And you can see also the amount of towels right here on the pedestals. As I said, every pedestal has the rest of the collection to make the point and make people understand the amount of work, the amount of time taken to do this collection. Like lapses 2, piece number 7 right here. It took me probably an entire week to do it all, because sometimes there was just simply too much humidity. Like in this single piece here, the humidity was such that it was just almost destroyed. The blood faded, and I will continue in part number 4.